Hello everyone, welcome to Ebenezer tutorials. In this video, we will be looking at lambdas in Python, which is a way of writing anonymous functions. So just like the other languages like Java, we have anonymous functions in Python also. So you can write named as well as unnamed, which are anonymous functions in Python using lambdas. So we will see the basic syntax first. So what we need to do is the keyword lambda is used to define an anonymous function, and whatever parameters it's taking we can mention, and the expression. So we can the parameters and the expression. So this is the syntax. One thing to note here is that you can pass any number of parameters to a lambda, and also only one expression is allowed. So whatever expression we write, that will be the one that will be returned by the function. So you don't need to explicitly write a return keyword. So first we will see a basic example. I'm having a variable a, and to this I want to assign a function, an anonymous function. So I will write it as lambda, and in case I want to add 10 to whatever number I get, so I will do x plus 10. So this is how we define, that means this anonymous function I have assigned it to a. Now how will I call it? You can call it this way, a of whatever value. So if I pass 20 here, what will happen? This 20 will get passed to x. So 20 plus 10, we will get the value as 30. But to see the output, we will have to print the result. So I am printing it this way. So we will check it. So here we can see that we have got the output as 30. So this is a very simple example where we can use these lambdas. And also we can see here also I haven't written the return statement, but still the value is actually getting returned. So that's the benefit of lambdas. In one single sentence itself we complete the work. So the same thing, if we want to do it using a normal named function, what would be the syntax? As we saw in the previous functions video, we use the def keyword, and here I will write it as add 10. The function, I will take one parameter x, and I will do return x plus 10. So when I call it, we can call it as add, and whatever value, supposing I pass 45 here, 44. So we can try this also. Here we can see that we got the output as 44 plus 10, which is 54. So this is the difference. Now to do the same thing using anonymous function, this is the syntax, and to do it with a named function, this is the syntax. So since it is an anonymous function, you don't have a name for that function. So that's the reason we assign it to another variable as an object and then call it with that. So here I have assigned it to a, and I'm calling it with a only by passing the parameter. You can pass any number of parameters. So supposing I have two parameters here, so it will be comma separated x comma y, and supposing I take it as x plus y. This is what I want to do. Whatever numbers I pass, I want to add both of them. So here also, while calling it, I will call it as anything we can pass, any parameter. And here we can see that we get the output as 60. So this is the benefit of lambdas, where the code size is greatly reduced. For those of us for those of you who know how to write these in Java, it will be easier, and anyway it's very easy to learn it in Python as well. So one more application we can see. Now these lambdas are actually functions. They are anonymous functions. So you can also return a function from a function in Python. So we will see how to do it. Supposing I write my own function as myfunc, and I am taking a parameter as n, and what I am doing is I am returning a lambda which is taking a parameter x, and what it is doing is it is finding x to the power n. So now here we can see I have written this own function, a separate named function called as myfunc. It is taking one parameter n, and what I am returning is a lambda. That means I am writing a function within a function and I am actually returning that function. So that is the reason we have mentioned return here. This return belongs to this named function and not to this lambda. So how can we use this function? Now I can do one to find the squares of number. So how will I do it? By passing myfunc of 2, and I can find the cubes as myfunc of 3. We will see how this is working. Now what have I done here? I am passing a parameter 2 to myfunc, which is the named function. So where is this 2 getting mapped? It's getting mapped to this variable n. Now what are we returning? We are returning an anonymous function. We are returning a lambda. So what is happening? This n is getting replaced by this parameter n. So it is returning a function which will take one parameter x, and what value will that lambda give us? X to the power of n, which we have passed to the named function. So when I pass 2, I am getting that x to the power 2, which is a square, and when I pass 3, I am getting x to the power 3. So how will I call this? We can call it as print square of 3 or print cube of 2. Now we can run this. Here we can see it is giving us the square of 3 as 9, and it is giving us the cube of 2 as 8. So how is this working? We will check it once again. This is a function. Now this what I have written is a combination of a named function and an unnamed function. That means an anonymous function. So how this myfunc is the named function that I have. It is taking one parameter, and what I am returning from this function is an unnamed function. It's an anonymous function, and this anonymous function is also taking one parameter x, and what is it returning? It is returning this x raised to the power n. What is this n? The parameter that I have passed to the named function. So here I am first creating specific functions to find the square and the cube. So to find the square, what will I have to pass for n? I will have to pass 2, because it should be to the power 2. So I am passing 2. Now for the cube, I am passing 3. So in this case, what is actually getting returned? We are getting lambda of x to the power 2, and this is lambda of x to the power 3. So this myfunc of 2 is actually going to get replaced by this statement, this expression, and here also it's going to get replaced by this one. So that's how when I call square of 3, what is getting called? This anonymous function is getting called with x taking the value of 3. So what am I going to get? 3 raised to 2, which is 9, and similarly for this it will be 2 raised to 3, which is 8. So this is how we use lambdas in Python. It is very easy and very easy to understand anonymous functions as well. One thing to note is you can have only one expression. I can't have multiple expressions in these lambdas. And you can specify any number of parameters. The most important thing is the syntax. It uses the keyword lambda, whatever parameters you want to pass, and then the expression, any one expression. So we can also use these lambdas with other functions like filter, reduce and all, which we will be looking at in the upcoming videos. So this what we saw here is how to write anonymous functions in Python. Hope you all understood how to do it. If you liked it, do give it a thumbs up and also share the video with your friends and relatives. And don't forget to subscribe to Ebenezer tutorials and press the bell icon for immediate notifications. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and also share it with your friends and relatives. And don't forget to subscribe to Ebenezer tutorials to stay tuned. Thank you.